Hello everyone, I'm going to tell you the story of the Eyes of the Eagle by Ruskin Bond. It's the story of a boy and his dog and how they keep a flock of sheep safe from an eagle. There was a yelp, a yelp. It sounded as if a dog was barking. He could hear the faint noise. Startled, Jay dropped the strawberries he was collecting and looked up. Jay lived with his grandparents near the Tungnath temple. He had a dog called Motu. At this, he thought the sheep were in danger. The sheep were the flock that grandfather had bought a few years ago. Thinking that they were in danger, he whistled, and Motu came bounding towards him, as if thinking that play would start. Not now, Motu, Jai said. We need to round up the sheep. They began to count the sheep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the fifth? Then he saw a mighty eagle flying above the mountains, clutching a sheep in its claws. Then it struck hard with its back claw. After the strike, it died instantly. Then the bird flew away with the dead sheep. Jai and Motu had tried to scramble up the hill towards the eagle in time, but in vain. So they took the 4 of them back before the eagle could attack again. Grandfather said, "Never mind." But Granny said, "You should spend more time looking after those sheep than reading books." Reading books? Jay had forgot to tell that he had been collecting strawberries, not reading books. But there was no time, as grandfather said. You'll have more time to read in October, Jai. So the next day, they took the sheep out again. And the eagle came soaring down again. But this time it was Motu who realized it and jumped on the eagle. Its wings had been injured, and so angrily, in a fit of rage, it pegged Motu on the right leg. He howled in pain and fell down, his leg bleeding. So Jai stood up and called, "Dada, Dada!" So Dada came with another shepherd and they took Motu home. There, Granny treated Motu with her Ayurveda, but still he was limping. So the next day, he set out with grandfather. Since grandfather was there, no eagle came that day. They were having a jolly chat that the eagle's wings were injured, but for naught. When the next day, when grandfather was ill, and Jai only had grandfather's wooden stick at his disposal, he set out, and here came the eagle. He swung the stick around his head, and the eagle was bashed in the wing. It turned, but instead of flying away hurt, it glared at Jai as though a servant would dare to stone the king with a pebble. It charged again, this time its deadly claw striking at Jai's coat. Luckily, it was a nice hard one that Grandma had sewed for him, so the jacket took the force of it. And then again he whacked the bird on the wing with the stick. It flew away this time, hurt very much. It chased upon a rabbit, knowing that it wouldn't be wise to get more injuries from this boy, But another vulture, perhaps a mate of the first one, the eagle, came gliding down straight at Jai. In the fog, he had lost the stick, but that was when he heard a faint barking from the rocks where he clutched the lamb. It was Motu, limping on the three legs that were all right. He came down ready to fight again. Then, next to him was a shepherd, screaming as though all his tongue could do. And the most wonderful thing was that Grandma, as though very old and would hardly walk around for any useful reason, came smashing two of her frying pans together. And so the vulture made a hasty retreat. And after they rounded up the sheep, Granny came next to Jai and said, "You will soon have more time to read. I have a story myself to tell, and why do I have to read?" thought Jai. But as soon as he reached home, he was flooded by misery. "I forgot your stick," he cried to Grandpa, who was now a bit well from his illness. But that was when Motu burst into the room, holding the stick in his teeth. He must have thought that rosewood was good for him to chew on, because he started chewing on it and wouldn't stop. Luckily, Grandma took the stick gently from his teeth. "Never mind," said Grandpa in a sick tone. "It was never the stick that mattered. It was the one that owned it." I hope you enjoyed the story. Thank you.